Hello everyone, MathGeek here. I've been working on a fairly small mod for the past couple of weeks, and I just wanted to make a quick video to show what I've done so far and to get some feedback from the community to see what they think of what I've done and what I could possibly pursue in the future. So let's get started. So these 6 blocks are the only things that the mod currently adds. We have the gold-plated iron, which is made from iron and 4 golden nuggets. I'm not going to talk through all the recipes since they're all here, but gold-plated iron block, which is just for storage of the iron, 2 different recipes. And then the quantum tank valve, which will be important later on. This is crafted using 4 of the gold-plated iron. We also have 3 different tank components. We have the quantum tank itself, which is one of the gold-plated iron surrounded by glass. Take that, surround it with more of the gold-plated iron, and we get a medium controller. And then take 4 of those, surround them around a tank valve, and we get the large quantum tank controller. So as you can probably guess, this is going to be a small tank, this is going to be part of a medium tank, and it's going to be part of a large tank. So let's go ahead and demonstrate how this all works. So here's the quantum tank in the world. If we take a bucket, we can right-click it and store that bucket worth of fluid in there. We can right-click with empty bucket and take the fluid out. So nothing too special about there. You've probably seen tanks before. Important thing to note about these currently is that if you break them, and they have quite a durability, so it's going to take a little while to break it, replace it, you will lose all of the inventory. That is something I'll be working on in the future to try to fix. Something else you should know, if you have mods that have pipes, you can pump in and out from either the top or the bottom, but none of the other sides. The reason why I did this is because of how the block is designed, so it only has 2 connection points, top and bottom. And to show that, you can pump in top or bottom, and the tank starts to fill. Another feature of the small tanks is that they will push and pull to each other if they're stacked vertically. So to show this, we'll pump water in, both the bottom tanks are filling up first, and once those are full, getting there, 80%, 90%, then the top ones will start filling up. I can take a bucket and pull out of either one that has fluid, and I'll get the fluid out into the bucket. All right. So at this point, you might be thinking, okay, you've got a water tank. Every mod has a water tank. What's so special about this? Well, it can't just hold water. So here we've got some lava, some destabilized redstone, glowstone. There's some fluids from a bunch of other mods. I can go ahead and pump all those in, and the texture will adapt to whatever fluid is inside it. And the fluid flow rate there is determined by the fluid and the pipes, not my tanks. So, again, if you break those, you will lose all the content currently. So that pretty much wraps up the small tanks. Let's move on to the medium tank. For this, you're going to need glass, quantum tank valves, and the medium quantum tank controller. When you build this, you want to mimic the structure of the small tank. So we have a tank on the bottom, tank valve on the bottom, controller in the middle, and tank valve on the top, and then surround this with glass. So it's going to be a 3x3 structure when it's done. When you place the final block, the multi-block is formed. Like the small tanks, you can pump in and out only from the top and only from where the valve is, or you can right-click with buckets to insert and extract fluids. Another thing to note about these, since they are a multi-block structure, if I go ahead and fill these up with some fluid, if I break the structure, again, they have a fairly high durability, so it's going to take a while to break it, and you place the glass back, you'll reconstruct the structure, and the fluid inside will remain intact. So that works for any fluid that you have stored in there, not just water. Alright. We also said that the small tank had the feature that could push and pull fluid to stacked tanks. This is not true for the medium or the large tanks. If you pump it into the top one, it will stay in the top tank and not get pushed down at the bottom. This is a feature, not a bug. Alright, moving on. For the large tank, you're going to need, again, you're going to need 10 of the quantum tank valves, 1 controller, and quite a bit of glass. I haven't actually done the math, but a lot of glass. Before we go and see the structure, I wanted to point out another feature of the large controller. we place it down, this is going to be a 9x9 structure. So sometimes it's hard to figure out where things go when you build a structure, but I put these little builder guides here. So these tiny little floating blocks tell you where you need to place the valves in order to construct the structure. Sorry, I lied. You need 20 of these, 10 for each side. So if we go up here, we can place those 10 up here. And then obviously I don't have enough room to continue building the structure here, but you need to make it 9x9. So you need 3 more glass that direction, 3 glass that direction, and so on. Might as well just go and show you what the tank looks like, but it's almost complete. So we have the large controller in the middle, the 20 valves, and then we have a 9x9 structure completely made of glass surrounding it. Let's pop in the last piece of glass, and we construct the large quantum tank. Now this guy can hold a lot of fluid. Let's just get this creative tank pumping in there. You can see it holds, let's see, where did I find it programmed that to? 80,000 buckets worth of fluid. And like all the other tanks, as the fluid inside increases, the size of the sphere also increases. And that pretty much is everything this mod currently has. Again, I have other plans, but I'd also like to see what you guys think of this and what other things you think I should pursue as I'm modding. So thanks for watching and have a great day.